Hi team, thank you all for joining orientation session of a new program that I've kind of put together with the experience that I've built over almost a decade of training in automation tools. So, and I'm kind of in touch with the market. I know exactly what the industry is looking for, what kind of a skill is essential to develop. And as a trainer, I believe that this is a skill I can really build in a good way that will help each of you. So like the slide shows right now, it is all about how to become a Selenium developer. So there was Selenium testing to begin with. Now the Selenium development, and I'm saying certified Selenium developer. So there'll be a lot of questions, team, I'm sure, on this. But primarily, here is what it is all about. One and first and foremost thing, team, this is got, let me take a notepad. It's got different things. First is the training. The screen size may be small, so I'm gonna increase the font. And the right skills, right tools. It is very, very critical, team. And it is not one time. Second thing is knowing that skill needs updates and regularly. So 2018 will see more tools. Please always remember this thing. Third thing is doing hands-on experience. How do we build that? How do we do that? How do we get some project experience? And then we're talking about real projects, genuine, not some dummy projects that I put you into and say, hey guys, go do this just because you need experience. No, real projects, real experience that you can put on your resume, that you can use as references for your background checks. And if for the people who know me, I will never ever uh, do anything that's wrong, like incorrect, false, lying, and so on. So I go with a lot of straightness in the way I operate as a human, and I will never give a reference to someone who's not actually worked on it, and a project which is fake just because you need a job, just because they require. No, we believe in the right methodology, right progression. So these real projects are very critical. Then I'm also talking about certification. I'll talk to you about how that certification is possible. Does it, every certification either has a value, no value team. Either it has some recognition or not. Or the way I look at it is, what is this certification? This simple question may show the value of it. All right. The sixth is your job placement. I'm not sure how many of you are aware as to what my professional background has been, and maybe I should just go to LinkedIn. It's an absolutely brand new system, team. So please note I don't have the logins for all my accounts. So I'm just kind of trying to go there and search for my name. And all of you should join LinkedIn, team. You should all join. Ashna, in the meanwhile, can you also get me onto Interact, the um, ITeLearn credentials Amulya must have shared with you. LinkedIn, search
Sure.
for Karthik, Kosireddi. The reason I want to show you my profile, I don't think I ever showed this to any session earlier. Just got an idea. Why don't I show this to you? So I'm showing. The page is just loaded, team. Maybe it'll take a couple of seconds to show at your end. All right. I started in 1998 after completing my computer science engineering in India. and I joined a product development company. And that product development company is not showing my full profile. Sorry about that. And that product development company was Ban, and it was number two to SAP. I worked there for 4 years in product development, product customizations, testing, uh, technical support. So all those entire life cycle, and then slowly moved into pre-sales. So most part of my career from 2001 to 2012, almost about 10 years, I played the role of an account manager, business relationship manager, sales director, client partner in the IT world. What that, the reason I'm saying that, um, mentioning this is, it is extremely important for you to know where I come from as a background, and why is it that I have the authority to speak about these specific few points that I put together. Training, skill development, hands-on expertise, real project certification, job placement. ITeLearn is something that I started in 2008-9 period. And from then, I've been doing constant training. Last 2 to 4 years, I've kind of given a gap of me myself teaching and doing very few training programs. And then I said, hey, this training program, I would want to do it along with um, maybe a few recorded videos and so on. I want to do a custom training, which will get us all into the platform of becoming extremely successful. Now, what does this training have? The first point, someone who's not in the IT industry or does not know testing, we will start with the fundamentals. We will then go to talk about test management tools like HP Element, Jira. We'll then go into automation fundamentals with Selenium, coding that is essential to really get to the next level. Then Maven, Jenkins, and so on for continuous integration and delivery. Uh, and also like version controlling, hosting, and so on through GitHub. These are the skills that the industry is talking about. Selenium WebDriver, automation frameworks, how we are approaching the whole thing using our behavior-driven development, agile Scrum methodologies. In fact, even today, we are going very aggressive with some product development, and that's sorry, which is AnyUd. And for that, we are following a lot of what I'm showing you here, team. What are the latest tools and trends in the market is what we're using internally also for our product development. And then I want to show you what robot framework and Cucumber do, how are they built, and how this whole thing will fit under the overall DevOps environment. These are the things you need absolutely to master to be on in the top of the automation engineering platform. These are the mandatory skills. Now, to get there, the certification, the last one, is all through AnyUd. AnyUd certified tester, and let me put it out here so it's easy. AnyUd certified tester, and then AnyUd certified. Can you hear me, team? Back. Can you all hear me now? Team, can you hear me now?
Yes, Karthik, we can.
All right, thank you. Sorry, yeah, audio got dropped in between. So I was talking about the certifications, AnyUd certified tester, AnyUd certified developer. Now, what it is, I will come to it in kind of the whole session. Now, to be part of this program, there are two things. You can be a certified Selenium developer training, and that is one, or you can be a JPact 3 member. The JPact, which is a job placement and certified training, is all inclusive. It's one program that has got everything. And this will be a third batch. I believe we are close to about 100, close to 100 members in the first two batches of JPact that we started earlier this year. And now we're looking at the third batch to go through with it. And most of our JPact members have successfully uh, got into the QA industry by themselves team. Yes, we have the entire program from resume preparation, actual projects, references, training, all that you see on the screen. Team, is there background noise? What noise is this? So Job JPact is a great program. It is all inclusive. It's got everything under it. CSDT is a very specialized program, very specific. The choice is yours, team. I really cannot advise. It is all depending on you, who you are, where you're from, and so on. Now, before I explain further on, I don't know if I really have to explain. Okay, real projects, how do we do it? Through two ways. One is QAOnAir.com, a freelance platform to get projects that you can work from home, all the way to, it's all freelance. So it's all work from home QA testing projects. If you're someone new for the first time, please do register there. Um, the other platform that really helps us to get projects is Atomic 77, my other company team, where we help dozens and dozens of clients globally. We build web applications, mobile applications, we do branding, we do marketing. And this gives us a plenty of opportunity to test. And when we say websites, we don't just mean static websites. These can be as simple as a two-page website to e-commerce, workflow applications, and things as complex as AnyUd.com, Interact, QA on Air, and so on. So all these platforms, we could develop them successfully because of Atomic 77, where I also represent that company as a CEO, and uh, we get opportunities to test all these applications that we kind of continuously work on. All right, so that basically gives me the opportunity to give you a platform which is just not skill development but also to work on real projects and get you certified on a product that we are building. So last point about AnyUd before I go into more a little bit polls and Q&A is AnyUd is primarily an application that has been built with framework concept in mind. It's a hybrid framework. We have involved it all the way from data, keyword, page object, page factory, and put them all together under one platform. The core backend engine is on Selenium and Java. We have created a very simple web UI for you to go and try. And what it does is give you the platform like a test management tool, and then it has the ability to run automation tests. So if you're someone who's very keen, you should go to anyud.com, sign up, It's a free account and start evaluating what it can do. All right. Now, with these background, AnyUd certified tester primarily says that you are excellent, and I'll not use the word or type it here, in QA fundamentals. You also know how test management tools work. You can do a very good documentation and create test artifacts, and you know the entire process of what is required to move towards automation. This is what any certified tester primarily gets. With a developer, you get what is already there with ASCT, which is any certified tester. You also get to know things about how Selenium works, IDE, WebDriver. You are strong in core Java, TestNG, and JUnit, because that is what we build the whole platform on. And it also talks about the fact that you have a very extensive framework development expertise. These are the things that it certifies. Now, coming to the question of, hey, but is it something valued or recognized in the industry? Not at all, team. There may be about maybe 20,000 people who know about AnyUd just because of ITeLearn's reach. But the industry overall does not know about AnyUd yet. But when you put that into your resume and they ask you a question about what the certification is, you get the opportunity to explain. Just by explaining how you got the certification and what it entails, I believe takes care of 70 to 80% of your interview challenge. It is a huge story to kind of project. It's a big thing, team. It's the sum ultimate of everything. So from my perspective, the ASCT and ASCD are certifications that the industry currently does not have at all. ISTQB is very beginning stage of QA fundamental process knowledge. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It is an absolutely recognized certification. But then these certifications will launch you to the next level. All right, team. I'm going to spell error here, which is not correct. All right. So I have a couple of poll questions. I would love to have answers from you, and then we can go to Q&A. If you have questions, please start putting them in the chat. I will look at all the questions that need an answer which is common, which is important. Any question that is not relevant, team, I'll kind of skip for now. And if you need to speak, really like to speak, then kindly raise your hand in GoToWebinar. There's an option and I'll do that. So first question, team, I would love to have from your side, where are you from? So can you all kindly look at the option on your screen and answer this for me? It should not take more than 5 seconds. There's just 50% votes in right now. We have about 115 people in the audience. I'm going to close the poll in 5 seconds, team. Can I finally request once again for everyone to vote in? If you do not belong to the first 4 categories, then you are in the last one. And team, India Park Bank, what I mean is South Asia. So if you're in any of those other countries that I've not listed, you can put in there. For example, Sri Lanka or Nepal and so on. The reason I put Pakistan, Bangladesh as well, a lot of young technology enthusiasts who are joining my trainings from there. Okay, 85% votes, and I'm closing this poll and I'm going to share the results. I'm not sure why the remaining 13-14% have not voted, team. Please participate. It helps us overall. It's a request from my side. Okay, 50% from America, that is great. 40% from the rest. Australia, New Zealand, very odd time, hence 1%. UK, Europe, I thought we'll get some more participants. So if I leave the 90% from US and when I said America, it includes not just US, so Canada also is part of it. Uh, then there's 10% from rest of the world. Thank you so much for that. I have 2 or 3 more. Let me see. This is an important question, team, because first time I'm trying to do at a US morning, and then there's US evening that I regularly used to do. I would love to know from this audience which is a more suitable time. Um, and the reason is I may want to do from a training perspective as an 2 batches, maybe depending on the expectation and demand from the audience. One could start with advanced, other could start with basic, and then advanced. So advanced, if I say we can do something like in 30, 45 days. If I'm starting with the basics and then going all the way to advanced, it may take about 60 to 75 days overall. You can, if, oops, if 2 batches, if parallel batches, then we can do this faster. I'm just writing it, I know, while you're doing the poll, team. So you'll see the screen in a while. All right, I'm going to close this poll. Thank you for participating. Why is everyone not answering? Team, if you do not, if this session does not interest you, then you should log off. If it does, please do involve into these polls. It helps us, it'll help you as well. Great, so 62% are saying 9 a.m., which is the current time, and the remaining 30% still prefer that 6:30 p.m. So we'll figure how we can do this. All right, thank you on that. What else is there I wanted to ask? Let me see if this makes sense. Yeah, this is an important question. Team, how about this one? I'll do maybe one more poll question after this, and then I'll get to Q&A directly. It's a simple question. Basically, it's letting me know who my audience is, and it'll help us to better design the entire program. I like the last point, automation expert, the boss. And believe me, I get some replies on that. And team, if you are an automation expert and you believe the boss, please, I request you to try and work with me part-time in developing this new this product called AnyUd. I've put the video for the requirements, so I would want you to please write to me directly on karthik@itlearn.com so I can get a chance to work with you. All right, team, I'm sharing the results. I'm closing this poll. Again, just 80% votes, so that's fine. 8% absolute beginners, 12% some IT but not significant at all, 18% QA trained but not getting the jobs. So about 40% are in the first 3 categories of beginner. Largest category, almost 60% of you are working in testing but looking to get to automation. Then I believe for the first 40% who are absolute beginner to IT, some IT or trained, I would propose that you go for JPAC team. For the 58% who's already working in QA, looking to get to automation and further their career, kindly just look at CSDT. You don't have to at all look at anything. The remaining 4% who believe they're the boss and automation experts. So thank you so much for coming here. Really happy. But please contact me. Maybe we could work together and build an amazing version 1.2 of AnyUd. All right. Thanks, team, for participating in this polls. Last question before I get going. It is important, team. So I'm just going to launch it and see what your response is. What is AnyUd? Are you aware of it? Or I have no idea about it. What is it? I'm hearing it for the first time. Bits and pieces is some kind of random idea, and or someone who's already been through our certifications or certified and so on. In fact, I should have asked that question as well. Are you a certified tester with AnyUd or not? I did not see any. Okay, cool. This looks good. Team, I'm going to close this poll in 5 seconds and I'll start taking questions, and I'm expecting all the questions are here, so we can go through this quickly. I'm sure with 120 people in the session, it's not going to be easy to address all the questions immediately, but we will also prepare an FAQ document and share. It is existing an FAQ document, but with these questions we'll update and then share. All right, closing the poll, and I'm going to share. So 41% of you are not aware what AnyUd is. So that means we have not marketed or advertised it enough as a product, and that's fine because it will change. The real launch will happen in September of this year, hopefully in the Berlin Selenium conference, and the version 1.2. By then, I hope that it goes out into the market. But the remaining people have bits and pieces. They saw the video of AnyUd, the demo video. Some of you have not, but you still have an idea. Great. Thank you so much, team, for participating in the poll. Now let me close this and go back to the screen. I'm sure it will come up, yeah, right now. So question time, Q&A. Let's take that. Do people outside of this training have to pay to use AnyUd? Thank you, Shelly, for the question. AnyUd is a free tool. Outside of this training, anywhere, you do not have to pay. The current beta version with its features is absolutely free. The one where you will have to pay to use the tool will be the future versions, which is much more advanced on what it does. So AnyUd as it stands is absolutely free. It works like testing website, like hands-on experience. Team, please ensure when you're putting a question, I can understand it, because I give a lot of importance to how you express. One of the most critical things to be a great IT professional, especially software testing, is communication skill. Verbal and written. Written, there is no compromise. If you cannot test your own writing, then how will you test applications? That's the way I look at things. So I didn't get your question. Can you repeat, please? It works like testing website, like hands-on experience. I don't know what that means. So kindly explain that to me. I'm not taking names. Without any experience, in Selenium, can we do certification? Without, okay, why should you not get experience? How will you do it? No, you cannot. You cannot get certified without experience. A part of the certification is we have a test, certification test exists, and project implementation. Unless you do this, you will not get certified. So project work is absolutely mandatory. You cannot get certified without it. There's no way that we can say and vouch for your candidature on that. Let's see. I'm from Canada. Okay. I did attend a few interviews with US large corporations. From my experience, very good at Java. Core is the most important. Other things are not that hard to learn. You're absolutely right, Biplab. It is programming. Core Java is most critical, and it is extremely important to get that. Other things are just overrated, and that's why we need to balance it. So in this slides that I'm showing, it is very important that we know where. If you ask me what are the 3-4 things very important, it is the automation frameworks and the programming aspect. These are the most important ones. Other things can be managed without it. Let's see. Oh, sorry. The slides, I did it on July 4th. So I just moved. What is the cost of this training and what is the complete duration? I think that's a common thing. We will have it sent by email team regarding the pricing. But do check your emails, please. If you don't check your emails, we cannot communicate with you. And that's why this Interact also will invite you to join that and start using. I've done Selenium basic JUnit core Java framework and Selenium lab training. Wouldn't this be a lot of repetition? How will this work? Ideally, I would not want to spend again on same thing. You should not. You should not at all, because you already gone through it and you only have 2 or 3 new things to add. So maybe just pay the difference, contact the sales team, and go about those specific ones. If you have not done a project with us, you must please. When will the session getting started? I believe next week. End result is the matter. Getting job. You're right, Biplav. I agree totally with you. Will training videos be available to view for paid Selenium members? Absolutely. And we will do a combination of videos and live team. It is not humanly possible for me to do so much extensive training, especially because I have to go in depth. I cannot just do a superficial training. It has to be in depth. It has to have the complete core into it. So for me to do this all live is not easy. So I will rely on a combination of videos and live. I'm going to explain that maybe in an email how it works. But even if it is videos, it is still going to be live as videos with me being present to answer queries. That's a new model. I'm trying to evaluate. I think it will be really successful. Does certified Selenium developer training includes live projects as well? Yes, of course it will. Use this AnyUd, please. I want to see what the tool is. Yeah, sure. You can just go to the website, sign up and play with it. It's a test management tool. Let me see if, give me 1 second. I'll try and log in and show a demo also. But then I think it'll take a little time for me to do that. I don't think I can, team. I'll do another time AnyUd demo. It'll take me some time to get there. What would be the cost of AnyUd certified developer? I'm not sure, team. There's no cost to it. It's just that you need to participate along with it. And it's a part of the training and so on. Team, give me 1 minute while you're putting the questions. I'm going through them and I'm going to come back. So it's just not trying to test applications using Selenium, but it is to build the automation tool, product, framework. That's the main difference. Can you elaborate more on ACT program? So Sandeep, it's a big program, but primarily it entails a couple of things. The first is that how you build a skill with these kind of trainings. The second point is how you evolve into executing projects. And once you get that expertise, how do you go about executing the whole thing using AnyUd as a product? So you should watch the AnyUd AnyUd demo video. Some of these links we will have it emailed to all the participants. You should be able to take it from there. Since Core Java is the key, would you recommend learning Core Java outside of this training, or will the training you provide is sufficient? So team, anything that you see that I've spoken today, you do not have to do anything. Not even a blog, not even a book, no the training, no the video. It is all inclusive. All that you require is right here, packaged together under one program, one platform. Certified Selenium Developer Training. That is the key buzzword right now. And that is what I'm able to bring with the complete background of my exposure. So please, you do not have to do anything else, just part of this. Okay? My 2 months of corporate professional job experience, a lot of issues will come up while in project, real US corporation workplace. Yes, issues come up, challenges come up, and this is not just training. It's a way to develop you as a human on how you can be self-reliant with constant learning. And one of the words that I used out here, if you look at, is this is not a one-time thing, but this is a constant update. Skills need update. And this is a constant learning cycle team. So how do you go about doing it beyond the training, beyond what we deliver? That is something we would love to build in you. How long will it take to complete JPAT course? Like I said, 60 to 75 days if you're at a beginning level. If you already are into manual testing and want to be a CSDT, Certified Selenium Developer, CSD rather, it will take you about 30 to 45 days. With, I would say, 3 hours a week, about let's say 15 hours in a week. That's what we're looking at. And we're looking at the most in demand, right? Let's see. I am an experienced manual tester with basic Selenium automation knowledge and interest to develop more skills in automation, though as per the job requirement, looking for developers and not the QA testers. Jaya, we have 3 requirements right now, and let me be very honest and share those with you. Okay. As of now, for AnyUd development, there are 3 departments. The first is a QA and a BA team. This specializes in manual testing and good documentation, and they're all working in BDD. We already have about 16 people working part to full time on this. All right. Then we require web developer, and these are core PHP, WordPress, AngularJS, MySQL, and a lot of other small web related technologies. We have about 6 people working full time. This is a full time team, and this is done through Atomic Service. And then we have Selenium developers. For this, right now we have about 7 people already working part full time, and we are still looking for an additional 8 to 10 members to add to this list. All right. Yeah, that's to answer as to what we're looking for. So if you are looking to be part of it, you just need to write to us. We will get you into the team. The best way for you to apply team is not through emails and so on. Please follow the protocol. There is qaonair.com. Go there, sign up as a freelancer. There is a project already present with this requirement. Apply there. and we're giving you updates out there. All right, everyone. Okay, let's see few last questions before I end this session. Hi, Karthik, do you think any other tools for automation tools are popular and we should know currently? Um, okay, Pinky, there's nothing else right now except for Selenium. Everything that is happening is around Selenium. Even HP UFT is talking about Selenium. They have gone lean. There's now a new tool called Lean UFT or Lean FT, and it uses Selenium Engine as well. So Cucumber, robot framework, all of these things have something to do with Selenium kind of a concept in the backend. So please do note that it is that's from the base for functional and regression testing. If you ask me, a great combination of a good test management tool and functional automation tool like Selenium is what you're looking at. Is Selenium developer same as that of SDET? Very good, great question. So there's another title team that is used very strongly in the market called SDET. It is Software Development Engineer in Test or Testing. All right. What does that mean? You are a software development engineer in testing. There is a concept called shift left. I don't know how many of you are aware. Things start with requirements, then they go to creating a functional design, technical design. Then they go into coding, right? And then it goes into testing, and then it goes into deployment, and then it goes into continuous integration, continuous delivery on a constant basis. Agree, team? What is shift left? Shift left is saying that the testing which is later in the life cycle, can it start earlier? Can we start testing right from the beginning and be through the cycle rather than trying to come in late? That is shifting the testing to the left side of the entire equation. Let's start with testing in mind. And that also means BDD, behavior driven development. What does that mean? Who is the user? Keep the user in mind. Keep that user is king. What does Google say? Google says content is king and content has to be for user, and that is how you become successful as a company, and that is when you come up high in SEO ranking, search engine optimization. For software cycle, it is user is the king, and if we need to really deliver a great user interface and user experience, we need to talk about what is the behavior of a user, a user's behavior. How does the user think? And then go about right from the requirements. Let's start talking about that. Now, if you're part of a project, not necessarily that we will pay everyone, but we may have all of you involved into the development of it, some silently, some more actively. If you're part of this project, a lot of these things you'll automatically get exposed to, because this is how we're working. We're also using some amazing project management tools like Trello. Everything that the team is doing today, as of now, is all put under Trello. So let me see if I can log in with the Google account and show you. I did show you, right? No, I did not. No, I was changing it to my team. Log in with Google. So all that we're doing for AnyUd, this is not the actual board team. There are a lot of things that is happening. Let's go here. Everything that we're developing is all being put here. So the complete team is here, and they're actively working on it. I believe it has moved to a new board altogether in Trello, but right from requirement, what is the backlog is a pending. Then as we build requirements, we move it to the next bucket, or what we also call them as list, then to development, then to QA, and then finally it goes into deployment. So this is something this is how we are working as a team right now, and everyone is part of that procedure team. Okay, let's see what else. Can we work on live projects simultaneously while learning JPEG? Of course, absolutely yes, Deepika. That should be the intent. While you're getting trained, start working on the project. Focus more on project team. Focus more, keep working on doing something which is real, actual. Training is a finishing thing. It will groom you. It cannot build you. Projects will build you. Training will give you the skill, but you need hands-on experience. Complete in Selenium developer, meaning we are ahead of Selenium testers. Ravi, way ahead. Selenium developer will be way ahead of a Selenium tester. All right. Core Java, how much knowledge is required? Significant, but not to become a Java developer. It is more to become test engineers. All right. Is there a video demo on QA on it? Not yet, Nilima. Not really a demo. Oh, there is it? Okay, thanks, Ashna. I think you mentioned an old video, but we are preparing some. As of now, just go to the website. It's very self-explanatory what it does. Is LFT and Selenium are almost same? No, Saurabh. LFT, Lean FT, which is HP's product, like a new version, cloud-based solution, is not same as Selenium. It just also gives the ability to connect and interact with Selenium. So HP has realized that Selenium has taken over the market, and for it to still be in the game, it needed to embrace Selenium. That's why, developed that. I don't think this Q&A will ever end. So I'll try and take last few questions and so on. Why not use Jira? Why Trello? I've used both and think Jira is better. Shelly, good question. Let me tell you the answer. Do you know who owns this product? Which company? It's called AnyUd, right? Now, from a requirements perspective, it is Trello for us as of now. From a defect management testing perspective, it is going to be AnyUd. AnyUd's next version, future version, will be right from requirements, testing, automation, defect management. Now, these are the products from AnyUd, Jira, and so on. Do you see it? All right. And then Trello. So project management, Trello. Issues, bugs, and so on, Jira. Both of these are from AnyUd. They're the same company. They're not different ones. All right. So, and I've evaluated a lot of things. And the first ever project management tool that I loved was from 37signals.com called Basecamp. This was at least 12 years back that I discovered, and Basecamp or Campfire, one of the most amazing, simple project management tools. Very trendy, very nice. So, see, you have to upgrade sometimes. You have to keep migrating. I do a lot of product research team. Believe me, that's where I spend my midnight oil. I burn it significantly. And these tools, unless you do a complete research, you don't know which one to figure out. And it's the same thing that stands for the training as well. Unless we know why Jenkins, why not Maven, what is GitHub, why are these things so much being spoken about? There are reasons for it. And that is what we do on the background as a research and put it together as a training. And luckily, we also have projects to work with. So I'm very confident about what we're doing, team. It's a very nice program that's put together. Shelly, hope I answered. I'm not being too much in automation, some Selenium testing basic. Yeah, I know. But haven't used it for any project. Shall I apply for Selenium Live project program? Oh yes, Selenium project, apply for it. Be a part of the activity. Now team, what happens is there's a lot of training that we do, that because we know exactly the complete thing that you need to get as part of it. Last couple of questions, team, then we'll move on. Bugzilla, how much of this is in demand in the market? Um, the best way for you to evaluate is just go to Indeed job trends, please, all of you. Anything that you want to evaluate, just go to Indeed job trends, and let's say now you're talking about Jira versus Bugzilla. All right, so you're going to add Jira and then Bugzilla and find the trend. You'll know it, which is doing much better. All right, so this is where it is. Jira is somewhere up out here. Bugzilla has maintained itself, but comparatively, it's way below T. And from a job seeker interest perspective, this is what it is. And let's say I just put Trello into the mix. Let's see what happens. Trello is way down, way down. It's not on the same platform. It's more of a project management. So not really from a job perspective. How about HP ALM? Let's look at that. See, ALM is somewhere in between. It is very expected. What I see in the graph is not a surprise at all. But this is how I do my research on products. This is one of the ways. And since I also work in web development, mobile app development, I use a lot of other things like Alexa and so on, ranking wise, and SEO keyword analysis to kind of figure out which is really doing well in the market. 5 years from now, how will be the market for manual testers? I don't think there'll be market for manual testers 3 years from now. It will be a merged skill. It will become more of a BA. So QA will become BA team. Manual testing basically will become BA, because once, what is manual testing? Writing the right test cases, executing it. Executing is going to be done by automation tools. Writing the test cases will be done at a requirement level in a BDD format. There's no more test case. Test case will be dead. It is going to be behavior-driven development. The use cases will remain, which can be done by a business analyst. So manual test engineers, life expectancy is 2.5 years at the max. By 2020, manual testers have no market. I'm very sure about it. That is my bet in the market. It is going to be business analysts, BDD, use cases, no more test cases. The remaining execution will be done majorly by automation, 70-80%. Remaining test or use cases can be executed by anyone. Manual testing is, it will not be like disappear. It will just migrate. People will move to either automation or more towards business analysts and QA. More into BDD use cases. All right, team. I think that kind of covered most of it. The club is saying manual is obsolete in more corporation. Yeah, I agree. Selenium Live project do not have a specific time team. You will work with a team. You will work with others. You will decide the times. You will work remotely from home. It's a project, please. All right. We'll meet twice a week to kind of go through a review of how things are going. That's what happened. And that is at a convenient time. All right, team. That's it from my side for today. Thank you so much. Really appreciate. I hope you all enjoyed the session, and I hope you all are seeing the vision of where we're going and how we are aspiring to move ahead with the technology and trends, and not just give up and have a slow, painful death. We want to thrive, survive, rule. Thank you all. Thank you so much. And we'll see you back next week. Maybe for the live project session as well, and then next week. Take care, everyone. Bye now. Wish you all the very best. And thank you all for the wishes. Bye, everyone. Thank you.